So I'm preparing myself. There's some tissue up here, and so we're going to hear from these mothers.
We're going to hear from one mother on this video. She's lost a son to senseless violence on the streets of Philadelphia. She came to Chester to share her story at St. Luke's Church. This has been the most difficult video I've ever put together because it's just so emotional. So if you're not ready to feel some type of emotion, I caution you to watch this video later. This is some powerful stuff.
I feel more safe for my daughter than for my son to walk these streets. This pushes the call. This pushes the action. When you can hear from the families that are devastated or that have been traumatized by some of by the violence that has taken place in this city. Take this time, first of all, to introduce one of our first speakers, and they're going to be really short. They're just going to share a little bit of their story. Help me welcome Miss Movita Harrell.
I had a conversation with God, and I thanked my Lord for my life. I thanked him that my 4 children were right where they were supposed to be. You know, they had come through those difficult teenage years, and all that good stuff I poured in them. I saw it shining through, and I was so grateful. So grateful. My oldest was away at the University of Maryland working on her PhD. The other 3 children were at home. You know, one was in college. The other 2 were preparing to go to college. Everybody worked in the family business. And my baby, Charles, stood beside my nightstand. And God whispered in my ear, "Hug your son." And I got off the bed. He gave me this big, bright smile over his left shoulder. And I got off the bed. And I hugged my son, and I kissed his neck. And I said, "Charles Johnson, do you know how much your mommy loves you?" Oh man, we go to bed at 10 o'clock every night, got in the bed as usual, and I woke up out of my sleep at 10:30. And I called my son's cell phone, and it went straight to voicemail. And I called my daughter's cell phone, and it went straight to voicemail. And I called my daughter's best friend, and I told her, "Tell my daughter to get that car home." We had just bought her a car. I said, "Or she'll never drive it again." And I went back to sleep. And I woke up at 11:20 to my cell phone ringing. And it was my older boy, Dante, who was 20 years old at the time, and he's crying in the phone. I said, "What's wrong, Dante?" Because he's at work. I'm thinking something happened with one of our clients. Something's wrong at the business. And he couldn't breathe. He said, "Mom, Chuck got shot." 2 boys had a beef over a girl. They thought my son came back to retaliate. My son was sitting in the car waiting for his sister. And one of the boys had mental illness. And we're blessed on that behalf because we have received justice for Charles Johnson. But guess what? Justice don't bring my boy back. I thought we were safe. I thought my sons, because I don't worry about my daughters. I worry about my sons. I thought my sons were safe. The gun violence does not discriminate. It crosses social lines, economic status, color, race, creed, religion. It doesn't care who you are or where you come from. No one should have to suffer this pain. So I asked God, "What do you want from me?" And as a result, 90 days to the day my son died, I don't even remember doing it, we created the Charles Foundation. Charles stands for Creating Healthy Alternatives, Results in Less Emotional Suffering. We look to empower children, to help them build their self-esteem so that they're making better decisions as opposed to picking up a gun. I'd rather have my son back. I walk this path because this is the path that God has laid for me.
Yes.
So that another mother doesn't have to suffer the pain that I live every day. 2 years and 10 months in, every day I still cry for my son. Every day I just want to kiss my son's neck. We will come to Chester. We will come wherever we have to come to be a part of the solution. Because guess what? Either you're a part of the problem or you're a part of the solution. If you know young men, you know, in your families that's carrying guns, that's part of the problem, then it's your job to speak up and speak out. We became members of Heeding God's Call. We are proud members of Heeding God's Call that joins all people together to work towards a problem that's affecting us all. Because guess what? Us today, you tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Thank you.